Good morning, all you fabulous people. Hope you guys had a fantastic hunted weekend. Enjoyed Memphis. Caught some games. I was not in Memphis. I hope you guys enjoyed Memphis. 634 subs. We're going up. Had a chat with Riddler Man on Saturday night. We basically discussed all the cards and where we expect them to land in the next 30 days of the hunted. It was 2 hours. It's probably a 1.5 to 2x speed one. If you want to catch it out, I posted on here on YouTube to kind of share it in case you missed it. But we had a talk out of the prices on mostly Marvel's Legendaries, EAs, and then kind of the Majestics was at the tail end. And we kind of rapid fired that real quick. I think that is it. Code JCH still gets you a free month of Fyendal's Premium. Check them out. They do the market trends and EV tracker. They do have market trends pre-populate up for the hunted. The EV tracker comes out later. They want to make sure the pull rates and everything are accurate before they do an estimated value per box. With that being said, let's get into the market. We're going to start right off with some hunted. If you live under a rock, Brody won the calling on Syndra. The CC calling, whether that was controversial or not, I'm still yet to find out. I was not there. I didn't watch any of the feeds, so it does seem kind of rule sharky, but we'll see where that goes. Art of the Dragon Blood. This card is just insane. It is just ninja. Mainly, I don't think any Draconic ninja is not gonna play this. But it is a 0 for 4 block 3, and if you make it Draconic off Fealty or Brand with Cinder Claw, blah blah blah, it gets you go again, and the next 3 Draconic cards you play this turn cost one resource less. So that's insane. It's up to $12. The Rainbow Foil is $16. A lot of these are selling, so watch on this card. Hunter's Clave. This is a Majestic dagger. Probably the dagger most assassins are running, even the new Arachne. Outside of limited, I don't think this card is limited legal. It was supposed to be in the expansion slot, and it might be. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. I think it's in the expansion slot when you pull the packs. I pulled one over my cases, but I can't remember what it was because I almost missed it. I think it was in the expansion slot, so it's not limited in legal and limited. $40 for this seems insane. I would wait on this. 144 sold. The cold foil, I think if you're going to buy one at 70 is probably the price. Even when the cold foil was basically its lowest, it was like 65. So it's really not gone up that much. Now the non-foil low sale price was $5. So if you got some of these for $5, well done. I got the one, and I'm going to trade it to my local. I don't think $40 is insane for a non-foil weapon, Majestic. But if you sell them and people need them and they buy them, it's another story. Oath of Loyalty, also being used in the Cinder decks. I think this is being used in Fang. I don't see how this is not used in Fi. 0 for 4 go again, and you can only use Draconic cards for the rest of the turn. With Fealty, it is very good. $20 for the non-foil. The Rainbow Foil is $26. I'll cover later in this. The EA, I think, is too cheap. I think it's like $60, and none of them is sold, which is insane. So basically 2.5 times for the EA, which is exceptionally more rare. Loyalty Beyond the Grave was also in Brody's list. It for Syndra, very good. It's a good card. I don't know if it sees play in Fang yet, but it definitely seems better in Syndra to get a card advantage and have a 6-card hand kind of thing. These are selling. They're at $9. Rainbow Foil is up to $10, $11. Buy the Rainbow Foil. These also come in an EA, which are like $40 right now. I think it's the lowest inset EA, not the no, never mind. I take that back. And if you've lived under a rock, Blood Spatter Vest is probably the best legendary in the set, other than Quick Dodge Flexors. And it's for Assassin Ninja. $120 for the Rainbow Foil, and the Cold Foil. The Cold Foil. The cold foil is $200. These are selling like hotcakes. 83 have sold. There's a total of 13 listings, quantity listed left on this. In the cold foil, there is only 21 left, but they're all over 200, and the rainbow foil is catching up. There's 5 here at like 120, and then they go to 170. So I think this is the card to watch. This card is insane. It's free resources on a stick with daggers hitting, and spoiler alert, the Hunted has a lot of dagger hits and flicks, especially for Assassin and Ninja, so it's really hard to avoid getting the resources, avoid giving your opponent the resources that they need at that time. I did sell one of these for 180 on Saturday night right before the Riddler stream, so I was trying to keep it, and I listed it above low, and Brody won the thing, and they sold, and I shipped them out. So, Ignite, I was wrong on this card. This card seems very good in the deck, especially with like Art of the Dragon Blood and Dragon Power and that kind of stuff. And the block 2 and the 2 power isn't that big of a deal because you're making it up with above rate stuff on the next chain link because it's Draconic, and you can do some extra cool stuff with it. A lot of the ninja cards in this set want to be turned into Draconic or be on Draconic Chainlink 2 for extra effects, and they're all pretty darn good. Shelter from the Storm. Ignite is $10, and the Rainbow Foil is $12. Probably buy the Rainbow Foil right now. The EA is like $60, so I think the EA is gorgeous. So that card really shocked me. Shelter from the Storm, EA. Just going to refresh real quick just to make sure. Yeah, it's at 300. These are selling pretty good. They're extremely rare. I don't think this price holds. I could be wrong. I'm all over the place on this card. I thought it would be I thought CNC would be more expensive than this, the EA Rainbow Foil CNC, and this card is surging past it. This card being this set only, and CNC has a lot of different versions. I think this card, especially the EA Rainbow Foil, has chances to be like $300 to $400, probably $350, not too long. Especially if the allocations don't show up as quickly as people think, and people like their max rarity cards, especially generics. So, with that being said, the non-foil is $80 and selling like hotcakes. 300 have sold in the past 3 days, or 4 or 5 days. That is insane. The rainbow foil has 49 sold, so not nearly as many, but also not nearly as many pulled. That's actually a lot for the non-foil. Personally, I'd buy the rainbow foil right now for $5 more. I think that's kind of your value buy. You can basically get three and a half of the rainbow foils for an EA, which is insane. So I'm trying to do max rarity fangs, so I don't know if EA shelters are going to make the cut. I'll probably just do rainbow foil shelters, unfortunately, unless I start finding them or pulling them for trades or stuff like that. But a lot of people are just posting out there for trades. Quick dodge flexors. This one shocked me. I'm going to refresh just to make sure. 184 for this cold foil. The rainbow foil is like 120. These got down to like 150, and I picked one up at like I think 155. I think this was me. And I was like, okay. And then I pulled the rainbow foil and I sold it for like 115. I was like, okay, $40 to upgrade seems like a pretty good deal, especially when the cold foil is probably 2 to 3 times rarer. Also, I like the cold foils better. This card is a generic equipment. Everybody's probably going to need one, like Crown and Balance and Tunic and Vambrace and all the generic equipment. They just fit into slots and they're very flexible. So watch out for this card. I think the cold foil probably still has a chance to go up. I think the market's still being kind of flooded with cards. So prices are still going down. As soon as the demand or the supply dries up and the demand continues, it will probably go up. But disclaimer: we're still 4 or 5 days out from set release, or after set release. So anybody's ball game on guessing where it goes. Flick knives also disappeared from the market this weekend. The rainbow foil has now been relisted. The rainbow foil is at $166, which is insane that you can get a generic from the new set for cheaper than Flick knives. There's only one cold foil at $250. If you don't need this for a big tournament, and either if your locals allow proxies, do that, or do like the danger digits for the cheap alternatives, or put in your more flick effects into your deck. I don't think this card at 166 and 250 respectively is, for an assassin ninja thing, is that, in my opinion. Unless you need this for a major tournament that you're going to try to win, take down the whole thing, I think this is probably a wait. The hype is real. Assassin Ninja, both flicking daggers. Yeah. But RTNs are coming up, so that's the other kind of thing. RTNs are this weekend. Emperor, the Marvel Emperor, has gone up the past couple weeks. It was like 500, 600, and now it is up to 700 again. It's been bouncing around that. I think one sold or was bought for like 550 a couple weeks back, and it's always between like 550 and 750. It just bounces around. Just wanted to throw that out. Sigil of Brilliance, extended art rainbow foil went up to 100. Last sold was 60. There's just not many of these on the market. I want to see where the Marvel is. Sigil of Brilliance Marvel, 145. So that's still, and there's only two there still. Magnolia Gaming. Light of Soul up to 124. I do think people are cooking on Prism now. I think the new set, they don't have that many poppers, and when there's no poppers in the meta, really, Prism can come in and run rampant. Light of Soul seemed to be a pretty good card in the deck, as well as Library of Solana was seeing play, so watch out with those. I did see some of our other cards kind of jumped the EA Rainbow Foils a little bit. Tomotai, cold foil, Marvel up to 145 off of No Dromai News. The other one I saw, I didn't pull this one up. Burn them all. Cold foil is up to 25, which is insane off No News again. People are just buying them out and specking on them, I think. Unless LL's coming up again and people are doing LL, but she seemed to be alright in LL. We'll see. Wrecker Romp Blue, the rainbow foil, the OG rainbow foil is up to 44. The last sold was 20. These are slowly disappearing from the market. Team Covenant promo, the alternate art is also around there. Hold on. Romp. Oh, I didn't spell romp right. Oh, I did romp. No. It's like $40. So they're about the same. I personally like the alternate art better. Verdansk Marvel is up to 131. Last sold was like 112. Not much to say here. We're set out. It seems like a pretty fair price. I would say between 80 and 100 is pretty fair for this. Tunic. A couple versions of the Tunic were going up. The Rainbow Foil is down a little bit. It was up to like 220. It's down to 190. The Crucible of War is up to 166. And the Bright Lights is the second cheapest at 155, and the White Border is 145. I always recommend buying the Rainbow Foil because it's the below the just absolutely crazy ones. It's the next blingiest, if you will. The Cold Foil is like $3 to $4 grand or $4.5 grand, somewhere in there, and then the EA Rainbow Foil is like $4 to $5, I think. And then the gold foil, I don't even know where to price. Probably like 20, 30, 40, something. I don't know. A lot of money. Car level money. Anyway, Flame Scale Furnace, cold foil up to 115. I don't think Fang or Syndra has really run this. Maybe Fi is cooking with this, but the last sold was like 90 or 100. I would hold off on this. I don't think this is seeing that much play unless there's a Fang build that's running it, but I could be wrong. Breaking Point EA is up to 83. These are pretty rare. Nothing to say here really. Ravenous Rabble, the EA All Art Rainbow Foil is up to $103. Absolutely crazy. I have one of these. I have to decide if I'm going to keep it or sell it. Maybe if it sees play in Fang, which right now I don't have it in. Anyway, Blizzard up to $9. People are cooking on Jarl. Jarl seems like a lot of fun, but I'm on Fang Gang. The Rainbow Foil is $12. First edition Rainbow Foil is $10. I'd buy the first edition Rainbow Foil right now. Ancestral Empowerment off of the big win is going crazy. $9. I think this is the highest I've seen it in the 3 years I've played. It's always been like a $5 card basically or under. The Rainbow Foil is up to $14. This card's really good. +1, draw a card, reaction speed, and a 3-block. Pretty good. Cut Through the Facade. This one was kind of interesting to me. $8 for the non-foil. I think this is pirate hype, and I guess this does destroy fealties. It makes it kind of hard for blocking Fang and Syndra, but I can't really think of any other use cases for it right now other than maybe Prism Poppers and Prism Destroyed kind of thing. But comment below what's Cut Through the Facade is going up for. Swing Big, the Rainbow Foil is up to $24. Last sold was $17. That was a pretty darn good price. Some sold at $23 though. I think people are buying into these, thinking KO is pretty good, as well as we haven't had Brute support in over a year, and they're probably one of the smaller card pools. I think Mech right now and Ranger are definitely probably with them, even with Bright Lights. Judge Cold Foil, Poison the Well, $100. It's just been going down. Last we're around like 140, so some people are undercutting a little bit. There's two here at 100. Traverse the Universe. This one I found interesting. There's just the regular here, and then there's a cold foil listed for $35 plus $5 trading. I think this is a risk, or a calculated risk here. $40 for a potential EA cold foil seems like a pretty good thing. If it doesn't come a cold foil, you try to get a refund because the cold foil is only extended art. So you could save like $30 basically by buying this one and taking a risk from Death Star trading. But with that being said, the EA Traverse is down about $20 to $72. Betsy, Rainbow Foil EA, down to $3. I am tempted to buy all of these. I think this is an absolute steal for an EA Rainbow Foil adult hero that I think it was RTN or like ProQuest top 8s that were handed out for these. Seems like pretty good, especially considering there's 5 here at $3 and then they go to $15. So you can buy 5 for the price of 1, the next one in thing. Channel Thundersteep, the cold foil, is $6. This is just criminally cheap. This card kept going down, and then finally it started selling some. $7, $13. There's just not demand for this card. I don't think it's really seeing that much play. Diadem of Dream State, the cold foil, also from Death Star Trading. Maybe you get this in the Traverse for cheap. $13 with shipping. $8 for a cold foil EA legendary seems like a pretty good bet. The only problem is this card ward, so it's kind of hard to keep. Command & Conquer. We'll talk about the main a little bit. Hold on, let me refresh these because these were selling and stuff like that. The cheapest one on the market is the white border, obviously at $75. The next cheapest, which kind of shocked me, is the The new hunted one at $80, and it's about where I thought it would end up, like $70 to $80 is where it would drop. The non-foil ARC one is 83. The EA Command and Conquer, these aren't selling super good. Basically, 2 playsets have sold since release. And people are kind of racing to the bottom. Not really, but they're $50 under where they were selling just a couple days ago. I want these, but these are still above the ARC Rainbow Foil by a large portion. Don't get me wrong, the new one is extremely hard to pull. The Unlimited Rainbow Foil is $150 right now for a lightly played. I think that's probably the better buy at the moment, but the EA Rainbow Foil definitely commanding a premium right now. And the Fabled is going up. It's up nearly $900 for one. Maybe I try to trade a Fabled for the EA playset. Oh wait, all right. Seeds of Tomorrow, the non-foil is down to $3. These are seeing play. I don't know why they're going down. Jarl seems to use them. Verdansk uses them. I think Florian also uses them. The one thing to note, I've noted this a few times, this prevents the next 5 damage. So any damage, any source up to 5 damage is being prevented. So if you prevent like 1 dagger for 1 damage, you still have 4 prevention left. Most of the other cards is just like a single source. So this card's really good. Count Your Blessings, Blue Rainbow Foil. This one is banned in CC for now. They probably will unban it eventually. I think once Bisfail goes, it's down to $4. This was the December armor kit. Arachne, Slip Through the Cracks, Marble. This is the big pull for the set for marbles wise. He's extremely rare. I think I've said pretty much around 300 is pretty fair for him, but there doesn't seem to be that much demand for it. So I think probably trying for like 250 right now in the private market, if you absolutely want one, is probably a pretty good deal. None have sold on TCG Player. Kabuto, I think this card is too cheap for a new set Legendary 5 out, and it's actually pretty strong. It's generic, or it's just Warrior, so any Warrior can use it. I think all the Warriors but Bolton basically want to use it. And it does have a very strong effect. It just has a high skill ceiling. You just got to kind of know when to use it the best to shut down your opponent's turn to swing tempo. The one sold at 25. That was crazy. Anyway, the cold foil is down to 80. I think this probably has still room to drop. I don't think the rainbow foil has that much room to drop. If it gets to 2025, it's crazy. Cold foil at 80 seems still like a pretty fair price. There's 10 have sold of these. How many sold of the rainbow foil? 45. Yeah. Anyway, Dragon Scaler Flight Path. I believe these are seeing play in Syndra. I just don't think they're seeing place much elsewhere. Maybe Fi. I don't think Fang really runs these, but I could be wrong. $48 for the rainbow foil. I think this still has room to drop. I think it has less wants for it than Kabuto, in my opinion, but it is a strong effect. Excuse me. It's a boots, it cheats action points kind of thing. The cold foil is $80. I think the rainbow foil probably gets down to like 30 and the cold foil gets down to like 65, but we'll see. Oath of Loyalty. This EA I think is being slept on. $65. None have sold unless they just sold in the past few minutes. Nope. $65. The rainbow foil right now is $25. So basically 2.5 times for an EA rainbow foil. That's probably 10 times as rare as the rainbow foil. Seems like a no-brainer to me. We'll see on the pull rates of this, but this card I think is going to be pretty much any Draconic hero, kind of like Blaze Headlong. This is just better than Blaze Headlong, though. It's a 0 cost. It blocks 3. It's a chain starter as opposed to a second chain link. And you don't have to fiddle with playing a red before this. The only kind of caveat is you have to play Draconic cards for the rest of the turn. But if you have fealty, that's not really a drawback. And most of the time, your cards that aren't draconic want to be fealty, especially, or want to be draconic, especially in Syndra. Fang, not so much. I mean, yeah, you get fealty payoff for making a draconic attack reaction, or an attack reaction draconic, so you get the dagger buff and go again. But this card's really good. Would not be shocked if this settles and goes higher. I've picked up 3 already at like $40, and I think that was a good price. So anyway, Quick Dr. Flexers, the rainbow foil is going down, 122. As I said before, it's a very good card. It's generic, and especially with go wide metas, this becomes better and better. Last but not least, we're just going to go through the Majestics real quick. Basically, if you haven't reviewed since like Friday, basically everything's down except for Hunter's Clave, Shelter of the Storm, and Are the Dragonblood, and Oath of Loyalty. Everything else is basically down. Dual Threat at $5 I think is a pretty good buy. Savor Bloodshed I think has the potential for going up. It's kind of stalled out at that price, but once once the supply dries up, the demand will continue. $16 for that seems fair. I don't think it's going to go much lower. Throw Dagger, also very good, and both Assassin and Ninja, so I think there's a lot of demand for that. Pain in the Backside, similar. Blood Runs Deep, one of the main combo pieces of Syndra, $8, which shocked me because I thought this would be like a pseudo specialization, but then you have to factor in Fang, or not Fang, Phi. They named those two heroes too close together. Rotten Remains I think has room to go down. Long Whisker Loyalty, might as well say Fang Specialization. There's no other Draconic Warrior other than Emperor in Blitz, and not that many people are playing Blitz. Take Up the Mantle is insane. Provoke I think is very good at $6. Perforate's kind of my pet card of the set. I'm going to start buying rainbow foils. I think it's being slept on, especially for Fang. Jagged Edge I think is a must-have for any warrior, basically. There's a lot of new prevention effects, Shelter, and as well as Enigma still looming around, and if Prism's still in the thing, you'll want to do that as well. Hunson, same thing with Long Whisker. It's basically a specialization. I don't think even Emperor can get 3 Fealty or really wants to. So this one I expect to probably go down further. Ignite probably goes back up. Sharpened Senses I think is very good. Thick Hide Hunter I think has room to go down. Anaphylactic Shot, the EA got down to like 20-25. I think 30 is a fair price, as well as Thick Hide Hunter, like 38. I think Thick Hide Hunter is better than Anaphylactic Shock. The 38 is definitely better. Hunson, I think probably for an EA, I think I paid too much for these. They probably can become $20 to $30 but the card's sick. It's very good. And the combo oriented deck, I don't know if that sees play. What else here? Provoke EA is going down. I love this card. I think this card is actually very underrated as well. At $50 seems like a fair price to me, but it probably goes down to $40. I don't think it will get much lower than $40 though. And that is it. Thank you all. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll catch up with you later in the week or next week. Keep enjoying Hunted. I'm definitely going to have some updates for Fang. Might make a video on like max rarity Fang once I get them done. But thank you all. Have a great day. Bye.